Okay, so we're live. Thank you everyone for coming online and again taking the time off to watch this. We have Miguel from Payoneer and we'll now be announcing ano ba yung deal that we guys have been teasing you about for the past week. So we're so proud to present this to you. My co-admins Simon and CJ will be here. CJ, take it.
All right. Thank you so much, Thea. So good afternoon again, everybody, and welcome to our special series. This is a very special webinar that we will be having for all of you guys. So I would say this is also a part of the Takeoff webinar series, but specially made for you, and as I've said, very special to para sa amin ngayon. As you've known that for the couple of weeks we've been um, telling you about a very good deal that we have. So, eto na yon. This is the day that we're gonna finally announce it to everyone. So, welcome again, online Filipino freelancers. And as we have mentioned, this is a tie-up with Payoneer. This is an offer that we're gonna be giving you guys, and this is the first time that you're gonna hear it from us now from this webinar. And yes, as Thea mentioned, we do have the country manager of Payoneer himself who will be discussing the deal with us. And later on, Simon will also jump in to discuss further ano ba yung mga deals na makukuha ng isang member ng off on this tie-up. All right, so without further ado, let me just go ahead and introduce to you guys Miguel Warren. He's the country manager of Payoneer. Thank you.
Thank,
Go ahead, Mig.
thank you so much, CJ. Thank you, Thea. Thank you, Simon. Hi, Off community. My name is Migs Warren, and I'm the country manager of Payoneer Philippines. I've been with the company for about 6 months now, but the company itself obviously has been around much longer. I'm building a small team here in the Philippines, and our objective really is to get closer to our users. And the community of Off, in particular, for me, is a very important one because I know that you're very well knit. You're very engaging, and there's a lot of support within the community. So again, to the admins, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. So before we go to the actual offer, I was hoping just to take a few minutes of your time to talk a little bit about Payoneer, to introduce us and what we do. We basically do cross-border payments, right? And what that means is we connect countries, currencies, businesses, and professionals, right? So this, I think, is very relevant for freelancers because your clients are all international. They are probably paying with different currencies, and what you really need is a way to change those currencies to our local currency, peso, right? Payoneer, we handle more than 150 currencies in over 200 countries with 2,000 plus mass payout clients and millions of international users. Here is just a snapshot of some of our clients. I'm sure many of these brands are quite familiar. In the freelance segment, of course, we have freelancer.com, Upwork, 99 Designs, Fiverr, People Per Hour, Guru, GoLance, Topcoder. Also there, some very interesting ones, Nexus Op, Crossover, and TopTal. But we also have partnerships with online marketplaces, vacation rentals place like Airbnb, Taboola, which is affiliate marketing, and Amazon for online selling. And what we do really is we help you as the freelancer, the online service provider, online seller, to connect with your customers in two ways. So one is via marketplaces. So if your customer is on a marketplace like Upwork, for example, they can receive funds from Payoneer, and then the funds are received by you, right? But we also have a service where if you have clients that you work with on a direct relationship, we have a product called the billing service, and we have a global payment service which allows you to actually receive payments from your direct clients. Before I get into some of the details about the product offering, I also just wanted to talk to you about what we have available today, which is a local bank withdrawal service. Now, I think that a lot of you may have already heard about Payoneer in the past, but have known us primarily as a card company because previously Payoneer could only access funds via a prepaid MasterCard, which we would issue or mail to the freelancer. But as of today, and actually for the last 2 years, we've had a local bank withdrawal service which allows you to withdraw funds from your Payoneer account to your Philippine bank account. Pretty much any Philippine bank account, all of the top 70 universal banks and thrift banks, so long as it has a SWIFT code, we are able to send the funds to that account in pesos very quickly and with no transfer fees. So the Payoneer offering, what is it? Actually, it's very easy, right? Just remember, 4 great ways to get paid, 4 ways to use your earnings. So in terms of 4 ways to get paid, I already mentioned the freelance marketplaces. You can use the same Payoneer account in all of the different marketplaces. If you have direct clients, you can use our billing service, which enables you to basically request a payment from the client. The client receives a payment link. They click on it, get redirected to our secure site, and then they input their payment details and they pay you. The third thing, we give you global receiving accounts. What this means is basically we give you a virtual bank account in US dollars, in pounds, in euros, and in yen. So basically, it's like you have a bank account in those countries, and then your client just needs to make a domestic transfer in those countries, and they save a lot of money rather than sending an international wire to you. And of course, you can pay your peers or get paid by your peers, Payoneer to Payoneer. Now, in terms of using the earnings that are in your Payoneer account, as mentioned, you can withdraw it via your local bank account. You can also opt to get a Payoneer MasterCard and then use that card to withdraw cash at ATMs or purchase online and in-store. And of course, if there are funds in your Payoneer account, you can also use those funds to pay other freelancers, service providers, or business transactions that you want to do through this account. Now, I think it's well known in terms of how to receive funds from marketplaces, but I just wanted to go through a few slides for those of you that have direct client relationships, and I'm sure that you know that it's very complicated from a payments perspective. There are a lot of costs involved, and late payments are a big pain point when you work with direct clients. And of course, for freelancers, it's very, very important to get paid on time. So what we do is we offer you a very easy way to request a payment from your client. Basically, what you do is you log into Payoneer, click on Request a Payment, you fill out the details of the payment, and then the platform will send the client an email on your behalf with specific instructions of how to pay. And then once they pay, the funds are sent to your Payoneer account. Now, why is this convenient for your clients? Because they do not have to be registered Payoneer users. So basically, they don't need to sign up for Payoneer, but you can still use Payoneer to get them to pay you. And we offer many different ways to get paid. Basically, 3 options. One is credit card. So they get a payment link. They click on that link. They enter their card details in a secure site, and then they can pay you. Another thing is online electronic check or e-check. If they're in the US, all they need to do is enter their bank account details, and then Payoneer will be responsible for debiting their account and crediting yours. Or if they are in the US, Europe, UK, or Japan, we offer virtual bank accounts in those countries so that they only need to send you a local transfer, and they save a lot of money rather than spending the $30 to $50 that it costs to send an international wire transfer. So in more detail, the global payment service provides you a virtual international receiving account. It allows companies to conveniently pay you as if you had a local bank account in that country. I say companies because this at the moment does not work for individuals that are paying you in a different country. It has to be a company. And at the moment, we have this account for US dollars, euros, pounds. Uh, Actually, this slide here says JPY or yen is coming up. It's already active. But of course, in the pipeline, we are also looking at other countries and other currencies. And this is a snapshot from the dashboard that you have in your Payoneer My Account, where if you click on the US dollar tab, it will then show you, okay, you have an account in Bank of America with these routing details. That's your account number, that's your account type, and the beneficiary name will be your name or the name on your Payoneer account. And this is the information that you give to your corporate client in the US, and they can then make an online transfer to that account as if you had a bank account in that country. And it's really easy to do. So I've included some screenshots here on how you do it. You basically sign into Payoneer. On top there is a menu that says Receive. Click on Request a Payment. This screen pops up and you basically enter the amount, what the payment is for, a description of the payment. You can then add the payer details. Who is your client? What's their name? Their website? Country? And then you can save that for future reference so that later on you don't have to keep entering it. You can then preview that payment request so that you can see that everything is just right. And then once it's all done, you click Send, and an email is sent to your client, who will then receive something that looks like that. And he just needs to click on that Pay Now button. And once he clicks on Pay Now, he will be redirected to a screen which will already pull all the details about that transaction. So who is he paying, payment for what, a description of the work and the amount, and then how he wants to pay. And then he just can choose what method he wants. He clicks Pay, and then once the payment is complete, the client receives a notification that, hey, congratulations, your payment has been approved, your account is going to be debited for this amount. Okay, now in terms of the benefits. So recently, a company called Let's Talk Payments, which is an international research company focused in the payments industry, did a study in a couple of countries, and what I've taken here is a snapshot of the results from the Philippines edition, right? So the scenario is this. A payment of $1,000 from the US is being sent to the Philippines, and 3 different options are being provided. So one is a bank in the US to a bank in the Philippines. The next is PayPal to Philippine bank, and then the last is Payoneer to a Philippine bank, right? So as you can see, Payoneer is the best option that is identified among those 3 scenarios, right? So basically on $1,000, you would get the most amount of pesos for that $1,000, right? But just to drill down a little bit further, because I think this is a very key point. When you look at that amount, and it's not even between option 1 and option 3, right? Let's just look at option 2 and option 3, right? The difference between what you get from Payoneer and what you might get from PayPal, so that's 44,707.60 minus 43,379.22. That's 1,328 pesos, okay? Guys, that's actually like 7 of these Starbucks strawberry fruit jelly yogurt drinks, right?
Wow.
Maybe if you don't drink these expensive drinks, it'll be even more, right?
Yeah.
So just on that one transaction alone, you could treat everybody to
Correct.
coffee with your savings, right? But
Yes.
guys, what if it's 5,000? Okay, so on 5,000, that's 1,328.38 times 5. That's actually 6,600 pesos. Okay, guys, that's 3 Plantronics audio headsets. These high-end headsets that are, I'm sure, very useful for freelancers,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like what
That,
CJ has.
this transaction alone for $5,000, you bought yourself 3 headsets.
Mhm.
Okay? And I'm sure, okay, I know that there are many very successful freelancers in this community here in the Philippines that, $10,000 transfer per transaction, yes, right? Guys, that's 13,000 pesos, okay? That's a smartphone now. That's a Samsung Galaxy J5 smartphone.
Wow.
So I just wanted to hammer home this point that Forex is very powerful. Fees really add up. So choosing your payment provider can actually make a big, big difference in, additional savings, additional earnings, and additional treats for yourself. You guys all work very hard, and you deserve to treat yourself to these things, and just changing your payment system might actually help you do this. So just, summing up, lower fees and higher foreign exchange rates, so more pesos for your foreign currency transfers. Speed of funds availability means that we transfer it faster and you get your money faster. And we're building a local team to support freelancers, professionals, and small businesses in the Philippines, right? So I hope that was useful. And now I'd like to turn over again to the admins who will, I think, present to you the actual offer that we have offered to your community with the admins.
Yes. Thank you so much for that, Migs. Anyway, guys, if you have questions for those of you who are listening in, I know that nag-increase yung viewers natin from the very beginning. No? So if you guys have questions, we are on Facebook. We also have a link on Google Hangout itself. So Althea, one of our admins, is controlling the panel for us. So guys, if you have questions, we have Migs here on the line today. So it's very rare and he's very busy. So if you guys have questions, yung mga Payoneer accounts nyo before, now is the time to ask him. Take advantage that we have him on the phone on the webinar right now. And here we go. I just would like to intro on that. So thank you so much, Migs, for all those explanations. I'm very much interested specifically on that because I have mentioned to you before, I have a direct client. So it's a very good thing. I like it specifically when you said that he doesn't need to have a Payoneer account
Yes, that's
in
right.
order for me to get paid. So mamaya, isasabihin ko sa kanya to.
Yes, ma'am.
We're
Akong
gonna
bahala. Akong bahala. I will help you, CJ.
Right, we're gonna switch on that. So that's a good thing kasi I know guys you're listening in today and we have a lot of myth, to be honest with you. Ang dami nating mga questions. Why are we not really using Payoneer before? We're using a different method. We're using PayPal and the other transfer method that we have on one of the platforms. So
Yes.
hindi namin kinuha yung Payoneer just because of whatever, because we are convinced that this is, the lowest fee that we can have and this is the best offer that we can have for you guys. Ang tagal namin din kinausap si Migs, no, to be honest with you. Ang dami naming research din and because we will not sign on the deal if we don't believe ourselves that we're gonna get something out of this. So there.
Excellent.
I would like to give this opportunity now to Simon. He's gonna explain to us as an off member, what do you get, guys? Of all the things that Migs has mentioned, eto na. So this is a very special deal that you are gonna get just because you are a member of Off. It's not offered to anybody else but you. Okay, so if you have questions as we move along, again, I encourage you guys to go on our Facebook account to ask. And go ahead, Simon.
Facebook
Just go
or
ahead and give it to
or
us. Yeah.
YouTube or whatever na kung saan kayo pwedeng mag-comment. We're all monitoring that. So go
Mm-hmm.
lang.
Mm-hmm. All right. So if you're ready, Simon, go ahead and take the floor.
Okay. Can I just have the screen on me? Let me just transfer.
Yep, it's yours.
Okay. Oh, wait, I cannot see the slides yet. Tay, I cannot see the slides.
Are you going to present or are you going to share your screen?
I'll share. No, I'll present The one on the Google Hangouts cheat sheet.
Okay.
1 minute.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Okay, now I think it's showing up. Can you just confirm it's showing?
No. We're seeing your screen now.
Okay, so can you see it?
Yes.
All right, so on to the juicy parts. Before that, I'd just like to add it really took us, about a month of negotiation before this thing happened. And right now we're here, so I'm really excited to present this. At the same time, I'm nervous. Before Anyway, before I actually start this, I just like to make a disclaimer. So all the benefits that I'm going to mention is only applicable to the new Payoneer account users that will sign up via our affiliate link, which we will be sharing with you guys after this presentation. Uh, the benefits are exclusively only for our group, and again, the benefits that I will mention is only applicable to the accounts that are enrolled by our affiliate account. Okay? So, on to the first benefit that we will get from here. So, for those of you who's already using Payoneer, so you probably know already na uh, you can refer a friend, diba? You can refer a friend to use Payoneer, and with that you will be receiving the usual $25. Now,
Okay.
uh,
Um, Sir Simon.
sorry.
Sir Simon, you're on. You're showing our slide, no? Because
Yes, I
we're
am showing
seeing
our
your
slide.
screen. Kasi your screen is just on screenception.
One minute.
Click on
Click on
the
the link. Or
yes.
if you want, I can just do it for you. This is the same slide, though.
Okay, can you just do it for me, Taya?
Okay. Um, Sorry, guys. Okay.
Okay, so go on slide number 4.
Okay. Go.
Okay.
There we go.
So, as I was saying, so freelancers who will receive a reward of $75, okay, not 25. You will receive $75 for the new account holders when you load your first $100 payment on Payoneer.
Mhm.
So you won't get it anywhere else. $75 is only exclusive for the off community. So
That is true.
this is really something great. Well, to be honest, I
Yes.
already have my 75 because I signed up and I already loaded my
Hooray!
first 100.
Very good, very good.
Hey, Mikey.
Okay, and the next one. So on top of the $75, assuming that you also have already deposited $1,000 on your Payoneer account within 3 months. So not only 75, you will be receiving an additional $100 bonus. We do define it as achievement unlocked bonus,
Mhm.
according to Miguel. So as I was saying, you will receive an additional $100 if you are able to load at least $1,000 within 3 months' time when you sign up for on your Payoneer account. Okay, and what else? Yeah. On top of this, this is based on my own experience as well. We will be receiving payments faster. Um, Taya, can you go on slide number 8? So again, you will receive your payments faster because based on my own experience, from my freelancer account, I transferred some amount on my Payoneer account, and I received it in about 5 or 10 minutes time. So it was really that fast. Uh, and on top of that, this is the most important part that I want to discuss actually. Uh, Thea,
Share your
how can
screen.
I show my screen, the one with the actual figures?
Yep, you're sharing it now.
Okay, can you just can you confirm that you are seeing this, the actual illustration?
Can you go to the illustration, like on your screen? Do you have dual screen?
Actually, I do.
That's why we're not seeing the other screen.
Okay, let
Kaya
me do
pala.
it
Hmm.
from here.
Galing ni Thea. You were able to identify the dual screen. Kung napansin mo.
Tech
Yes,
support
so,
po.
Tech support. Yan ang edge ng tech support eh.
okay, can you see it
Here.
now?
There. Yes,
Yep.
yes.
All right, so before I start discussing these actual figures, let me just say some points. Um, alam naman natin as freelancers, so every peso counts. Every dollar that we earn, we're more than happier if it converts into a higher peso value, right?
Yes.
So we
Yes.
were really convinced on the data that was shown to us by the Payoneer guys that remitting your earnings through Payoneer will have a higher peso exchange compared to the other modes or other means of payment transfer. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I think Miguel already mentioned earlier, but if some of you guys are not aware, you can actually link your local bank account on your Payoneer account so you can enjoy the convenience of transferring your dollars from Payoneer to to be converted on peso on your local bank account at no cost and of course on a higher return. Okay, and that being said, uh, the illustration of figures that I will be showing right now, let's focus on this particular word. It's called mid-market rate. And according to our best friend Google, ang sabi dito, mid-market rate in the world's currency market, traders define the rates at which they are willing to buy or sell a specific currency. So the mid-market rate is simply the midpoint between the demand and the supply of currency, and because of that, it changes all the time. And traders buy and sell of currency rates differ because it includes the overhead and profit margins that they independently set. So dito nagkakatalo guys, bakit iba-iba yung output ng peso whenever we try to withdraw our funds from our freelancer account. Either we do LFT or we transfer by PayPal or we transfer by Skrill or transferring by Payoneer. So dito sila nagkakaiba-iba because because of this mid-market rate. So, like I said, this financial institution includes overhead and profit margins that they independently set. Kaya nagkakaiba-iba talaga in terms of conversion, the forex rate, and in terms of the output from dollar to peso. Okay, and uh, the reason why Payoneer is on top of this trading how do you say the word? Sila yung nauuna kasi in terms of transferring forex from dollars to peso. So Payoneer charges a lower conversion fee above the mid-market rate compared to, let's say, PayPal or LFT or any other means. And actually, Payoneer can even lower the conversion fee for as low as 1% if you are receiving higher volume of payment. Why is this so? Kasi uh, the main focus of Payoneer is on cross-border business and professional payments. So they really strive to give us a higher exchange rate uh, compared to the other means of payment transfers. Kaya uh, dito sila nag-excel. Okay? And with the illustration I'm going to show you, this is an actual withdrawal that I did. I made two withdrawals last August 12 and August 15. So if you can see my screen, this was my withdrawal last August 12. I made a $200 LFT transfer. So if you can see here, I would have received 9,000 peso, 9,099 pesos with a exchange rate value of 45.4950 compared to, this is my Payoneer transfer on the same day, same time. I have received 9,139.37. So you see the difference from 9,139 and from the LFT it's only 9,099. Okay? So baka isipin natin na baka ngayong araw lang na ito nangyari yon. So what I did, I made a second withdrawal. Oh wait.
Okay.
This is not it. This is not my. It's showing August 12 also. One moment. Let me just open that one.
Mhm. Okay. So while he's doing that, so parang intermission lang, no. So guys, this is a disclaimer again that this is his testimony, personal experience niya. So we really did this and took screenshots just to compare the two. Okay. We're not, you know, doing this for anything else, but we just wanted to compare how it is in
Mm-mm.
terms of the two transfers that we have.
Yeah.
Because just let us know, Simon, when you're now ready, ha. Kasi we all
Yes.
know, lahat tayo, di ba, usually LFT ang gamit natin. Hindi namin sa hindi ikinakampanya yung LFT, but we just wanted to show the reality na, hey, this is what's happening on a freelancer end. And as Simon mentioned a while ago, every peso counts. Di ba, if you notice, every Wednesday we check, magkano na yung exchange rate ngayon? Konting baba lang ng sentavo ay bumaba. Di ba, ganun tayo, guys? So, this one is being explained na yung isa 45.49, yung isa 45.69.
Mhm.
Aminin natin medyo malaki yung parang natutuwa na tayo, mababaw ang kaligayahan natin. Natutuwa na tayo for just 100 peso difference. And just like what Migs explained kanina, kapag lumalaki yung as you grow your income and as you have been paid so much yung habang pag lumalaki siya, it can be more from Starbucks to Plantronics to cellphone, diba? It's a huge deal that we're comparing. And these are actual data. Everything that Simon has been showing is on his personal account. So there you go.
Yes.
Yes.
So pasensya na kayo dahil mababa lang yung dollars na wini-withdraw ko.
Yun lang ang pinapakita mo sa amin.
Yes.
Yan lang ang kaya ko.
Ano yan eh.
Yun lang ang gusto mong ipakita, pero
Okay,
Okay.
so on to the
Go.
next illustration. So the first one I showed earlier was August 12, and I'm not really that much convinced. So nag-withdraw uli ako on August 15. So this is what happened. On the LFT transfer, uh, I have received an amount of, again, this is another $200 withdrawal, okay? So on August 15, I have received 9,062 pesos at the exchange rate of 45.31 on LFT. And on the same day, at the same time, I withdraw my earnings to Payoneer and same amount of 200, and I have received 9,113.5 at the exchange rate of 45.56. So kahit mga cents
mhm.
lang or point something lang ang difference
Yes.
niyan, it's still a big, malaking bagay pa rin. Kasi imagine, this is only $200. So what if you're withdrawing like $1,000 or
Mhm.
$2,000?
Right.
Ang laking difference nun in terms of peso. So
Right.
this is what
Right.
I'm really happy about. And
That's right.
before this webinar happened, I was already convinced. Okay, I'm convinced. So I really wanted to show this. I want to show this illustration. And
Mhm.
by the way, guys, this is the first of many webinars that we will be doing. Of course, we'll be doing some other stuff also for you guys. But as I said, we, the admins, together with the Payoneer guys, will be launching a series of webinars
Mhm.
to further advocate and explain the details of the exclusive benefits that Payoneer has to offer for our community.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
and what else? I
Alright.
think that's it.
Okay. Sige. Ma'am Thea, pabalik na lang po dun sa slide 4. Recap lang natin, no? As we have mentioned, this is for new sign-up ng Payoneer. And if you guys have questions, yung mga may Payoneer account na, I encourage you to go ahead and ask now. This is your time to ask
Mhm.
them.
Yep.
If we go back to the slide, do you wanna control it or just go on the slide 4 ulit po, madam? Yung offer natin. So just to recap what we have for them.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. All right. So once again, as Simon mentioned a while ago, no, we know that a freelancer usually gets $25, like the referral fee and all that. But now, since you are an off member, you will be getting 75%, sorry, not percent, $75 for new account holder kapag nag-load ka ng first $100 payment. All right. So pag sumweldo ka ng $100 within this week, and you load it up on your Payoneer account, you get $75 out of that. So
That's
parang
right.
bumalik lang sa'yo yung pera mo. Parang bumalik lang, right? And then another one, like Migs mentioned also, it's the achievement unlocked. So once you are able to load $1,000 within the 3 months time of signing up, you also get an additional $100.
Yes.
All right. So is later on we're gonna be showing the link. This is the link that you're gonna use, so you can go ahead and sign up for Payoneer. And every day, since we are in the community, nakakita niyo naman kami every day. So we're gonna be on standby. Thea, Simon, and I. You can go ahead and ask us questions. We also have a go-to person in behalf of Payoneer who will be there on our Facebook group, whom we're gonna be in touch with 24/7. He will be there to support us. What else? So the link will be up at ikakalat natin siya sa iba't ibang thread, so you can just go ahead and guys ask questions. What else? Do you have any questions or anything to add, Migs, while you're here with us?
No, I think it was very well explained. Again, I like the fact that some real world tests were done, right? The report obviously is one thing, and you're showing it now, but it's really different when you experience it, right? So even just signing up and then trying, right? Like what Simon did, right? Just $200 na lang muna, right?
Correct.
See it, feel it, believe it, right? And then there, you will then start to actually feel it after you see it like that. And I think that's a fantastic way of illustrating it to the community. And as Hyman also had mentioned, we do want to do more. We want to get engaged. We want to know where you guys are. I know that this community is quite spread out across the Philippines, right? Payoneer wants to get closer to the different community, the different freelance pockets around all of the Philippines, and you know, for events, for meetups and face-to-face that the off community will organize. We are happy to support this. CJ, you have my commitment that you want to do
Yes.
something, we will enable you to do that, right?
Yes.
So
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'm just a
Thank
call
you so
away.
much. Yes,
Okay,
he's just
so
stepping away and a call away.
quick reminder for everybody before we go to the questions. All of this, what we aside from what like aside from what Simon has said. Oh wait, sandali lang. What Simon has said na deal namin, it's only gonna be available to you if you use the link that we will provide you later. Okay, so it's exclusive for us, and you have to be a new sign up. So if you have Payoneer now and you're a member of Off, that's a different story.
Okay. Can we address that, Mig? So if I am a Payoneer user for so long and I wanted to get this advantage, what am I supposed to do?
Okay, so thank you for asking that, CJ. I think obviously you have a very big community. If I'm not mistaken, it's already like more than 13,000. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So what might work is you know your community better than me, right? If you hear some people and you want to recommend to me that please look at this and please consider, I'm happy to take a look at case by case. How can we make it
Yes.
for your loyal community members, what can we do for them, right?
Mhm.
For the
Yeah.
existing Payoneer members who wants to get special deals.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Can I add on that also, since we're discussing about this topic? So on our last meeting with Miguel and the Pioneer guys, so what's gonna happen is, assuming that this exact subject we're talking about is happening, someone really want to ask about it, of how things to be done. So I will be the first person to ask you guys. I'll be asking some basic questions, some technical
Mm,
questions for that. So after that, that's the time we can assess if we can move things further. But again, as Miguel was saying, he's flexible. So
Yes.
I mean, let's cross the bridge when we get there.
Okay.
Yes.
okay.
All right.
Just let us know
Also,
and dapat na kayo sa amin.
yes, that's right. Also, this is a common question that we received prior to this webinar. I do not have my card yet. I know Migs mentioned a while ago that we do not need the card anymore, but can we elaborate on that, Migs?
Thank you,
So,
CJ. That's a great question. So we definitely understand that because the card comes from abroad, there
mhm,
are challenges in delivering it, right?
mhm.
But now, like when you click on that link and you sign up, the card is optional, right?
Okay.
So basically, for all new signups, you don't need to avail of the card. All you need to do is enter your bank account details, and then your Payoneer account, once approved, is all ready to go. You don't need
Right.
to wait anymore for the card to be sent to you after 2 to 3 weeks. But once you sign up and the account is approved, you're ready to go. You're ready to use it, right? Now,
Mhm.
that doesn't mean that you still can't get a card if you choose to, but it gives you flexibility now where you're not having to get the card just to be able to use Payoneer. Now you can sign up for Payoneer, link your bank account, and then choose to get a card afterwards if you so desire.
Okay.
Yes.
So, a few more questions. Uh,
Yes,
Yeah, we have
please.
questions. Yeah, we do.
all right. Hold on. From Peanut. Okay. What's the advantage of using Payoneer with Upwork? Because Upwork deducts $1 for PayPal and $2 for Payoneer.
Okay, so that's a very good question. Certainly, if you see that Payoneer, upon first glance, it's $1 more expensive, right? But as I hope that we've illustrated through the examples, that $1 will definitely be much less than the amount of savings in terms of the foreign exchange and in terms of um, the spread, right? So basically, even with that additional $1, because Payoneer gives you a much better foreign exchange, as you've seen, the bigger your earnings, the bigger your savings.
Yes. So, next question is from Lily Ann. She's asking, my client is paying me through PayPal, and PayPal have a fee of 4.5%. How much is the fee of Payoneer?
Oh, that's a
And yeah, okay,
and
go.
sorry, no, and sorry, Thea, for cutting you off.
And does my client need to be a member of Payoneer, just like PayPal? But answer earlier.
Okay, so let me answer the second question first. The answer to the second question is no, your client does not need to be signed up to Payoneer, so it's very convenient, right? Now, the first question is actually dependent on how your client chooses to pay you. So, if you recall in the slides that I presented, there are actually three ways that a client can pay you. One, if your client is a company, they can choose to pay you via your global virtual receiving accounts in dollars, pounds, euros, or yen. If your client chooses to pay you via that method, if it's US dollars, it's 1%. If it's pounds, yen, or euros, it's 0%. Right? So basically, there is no cost for pounds, euros, and yen if your client is a company and your client makes a transfer to your Payoneer account. Now, second one, credit card. If your client chooses to pay you via credit card, the charge is 3%. So it's still much lower than the PayPal 4.5, I think, right? Or in some cases even higher,
Yeah.
right? And then the last is e-check. This is only available for US, but if it's e-check, it's 1%. So definitely all the scenarios above much lower than the 4.5% that you mentioned.
Super much lower. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. On
And
to
this
more.
will be sorry to follow up on that. Will be deducted on my account, for example, as a freelancer, right? Yung fee, or it's just the Payoneer fee or something.
Okay, good question. So if, for example, you got paid, if you billed $1,000, right, and the client is going to pay you via a credit card, when the client is going to pay you, the client will actually have an option. Okay, the fee is 3%, right? So
Uh-huh.
3% of $1,000 is what? $30, right? So the client will have the option: do I shoulder this $30, or do I charge the $30 to the payee?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right? So in that way, in the $1,000 that you build, your client will have the flexibility of whether he will shoulder it or not.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right. On to the next question.
Yes?
I have an existing Payoneer card issued from my affiliate program. So, can I link that to my freelancer account?
Yes, the answer is yes. Um, there are instructions on the freelancer account, whatever marketplace actually, on how to link your existing Payoneer account to that particular marketplace.
Okay.
So
All
let
right.
me just, Thea, let me just expound then there, right? If you have a Payoneer account already today, or if you choose to sign up for a new Payoneer account via the off link, that same account can be used regardless of where you're earning. So that same account can be used if you have direct clients. That account can be used on Upwork, Freelancer, People Per Hour, Fiverr. If you're an online seller, that same account can be used regardless, and you will be able to see
Yes.
in your account where the money came from. Right? Did
Okay.
it come from Upwork? Did it come from Amazon? Right?
Isa na lang. Yes.
Isa na lang. That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Okay. Next question. There. If you guys can see the screen, but I have an existing Payoneer account which I got from Upwork. It's honestly no longer active, and I didn't use it at all because of the maintenance fees to keep the card active. Can I possibly apply for a new one using Off's link? Does that mean it cannot be used to get a payment from Upwork anymore?
Okay, this one is a very good question. So it will really depend on how long it's been inactive, right? Because if it was several years ago, then it might be that signing up again means that it's considered a totally new account, and then it's no problem at all, right? But by policy, Payoneer only allows one account per person, right?
Mhm.
So in this particular instance, whoever asked this question, if you choose to click on the off link and you are unable to have an account created, please just send us an email and we'll help you take care of that.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Thanks. Mhm.
Okay. So, just a reminder, guys. The maintenance fees is waived.
Right.
Okay, for our link, correct?
Yes. There will be no longer a monthly maintenance fee for sustaining your Payoneer account. Yep.
Yes, and if I could explain that just a little bit further, CJ,
Sure.
Mhm.
because again, in the old sign up method of signing up for a card, right? The maintenance fee and the card fee are, I guess, fairly similar. They're, I guess, pretty much one and the same, right? If you signed up directly, it was upfront, but if you signed up via a marketplace or a partner, it was monthly, right? But now, since when you sign up, you no longer need to avail of a card, then basically all you're doing is getting a Payoneer account and linking it to your bank account, and there is no charge for that, right?
Okay. All right. But what if they want a card? What if I want a card?
Okay, another good question. If you want a card and after you've signed up and your account has been approved, you can order a card, there is still a fee for the card.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Um, Next question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is the Payoneer ideal for direct clients, or how can we withdraw our funds from Upwork if we're using an account from a special link?
Okay, so the special link is really just a way for us to be able to track, I guess, the signups that come from particular sources. In this particular instance, it's from the off community. So we know that anybody that clicks on this link and signs up from there has been referred by off, and we then provide the benefits that were negotiated with the off community, right? But in terms of using that account that you sign up for on Upwork or other freelance marketplaces, it's no different than going to that marketplace with your account details, choosing your payment method, adding Payoneer as a payment method or payout method, right? And then entering the details that are requested there. So really
Okay.
no different.
All right. So they can use, you can, guys, you can, yung special deal lang ang makukuha natin if you use our special link, but it doesn't mean special yung account nyo. You can use it like any other Payoneer account.
Yes.
You can use it
Yes,
anywhere.
that's
Yeah.
right. Thank you for clarifying. Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Yes, and you will have full control of your account, so you can link it anywhere you like. You can request your clients to pay you via your own Payoneer account. So
Mm-hmm.
yes,
That's right.
that's clear.
All right. Next question. Um, if I have a balance um, dollars on my Payoneer, can I withdraw now through our any ATM Mastercard that converted into pesos? Um,
Yes, the answer is yes. So if you have a dollar balance on your Payoneer account and you have a card, if you insert it in any ATM that accepts MasterCard, you will get local currency cash, right? And I say local currency cash because you can actually take that same card, and if you travel, you can insert that card into an ATM in Thailand, for example, and get baht, right? Or in
oh,
Jakarta
awesome.
Wow.
and
Yes,
get
yes,
Wow.
rupiah. And Simon will know this very well, right?
yeah.
He's in the UAE, and I'm sure he gets a different currency, right?
All right.
Okay.
Yes, if I can add on that, so just on my personal experience. So that's right. Whatever country you are in, you can use your Payoneer card and withdraw the local currency. I have tried it here in the UAE. I have tried it in Qatar. I have tried it once in Jordan, and I have tried it in
Ikaw na.
Saudi Arabia. So I got their currency, but just keep in mind, guys, that uh, on your Payoneer account, you're having a dollar currency. So, expect nyo na merong fees yan, may conversion charges yan, and the charge differs depending on dun sa bank ng ATM machine. Sila yung mostly malaki ang kinakaltas if you try to withdraw from your from your Payoneer card to the local currency.
And if I could
Okay.
also address another point here, which I think might have also created a little bit of a I don't want to say negative perception, but the reality is maybe some freelancers thought that Payoneer was expensive, is because when you use the card in a local ATM, there is a 200 peso fee that is charged. Okay, and this fee is charged by the acquirer, which is the ATM. Now, especially when you are starting to earn better, you're earning a couple of $1,000s a month, and you have a team or you have an agency and you need to pay people, right? When you use the card at an ATM and you get cash, that's 200 pesos every transaction, right? So let's say, for example, you go to an ATM and the maximum withdrawal is only 20,000 per transaction, right? And you want to withdraw like 80,000. So that's 4 times 200 is 800, and that's additional cost,
Yeah.
right? Which is why, especially when you are already transacting larger amounts, we really recommend that you use the withdraw to local bank method, right? Because it is already very fast and
Mhm.
it's free. Whereas
Mhm.
using the card in an ATM costs, let's face it, it costs a lot. 200
Mhm.
pesos adds up, right? In my personal assessment, the best way to use a card, if you want a card, is to use it in a store, to use it online, or to use it to make purchases, right? This way, there are no additional fees because it's the merchant, wherever you used it, that will absorb those fees, right?
Wow. Okay.
Right, right.
Nice. All right. Okay, we have a few more questions. All right.
Still
So,
anonymous last week.
so they check their Upwork account and they cannot see their old account. So, can we something about that?
Yes, yes. So anonymous 1638, if you could share with us your details, we can definitely take care of that for you.
All right. Okay. So,
Okay, so sorry, intermission lang no. Do not guys send everything to Migs at once ha. That's why the admins are here. Baka kasi mamaya mabombard si Migs ng mga questions. So the flow would be this either ping Simon, Althea or me, and then we will go to actually Migs and the other go-to person natin sa Payoneer will be there to help us.
That's right.
So, because we are 13,000 in the community,
Yes.
Miguel, magulat si Miguel bukas, meron siyang 1,000 concern. So, it's not really his job to do that. But we're here, admin. So, natututo kami. Actually, ako natututo din ako personally dito sa ating webinar. So, if you guys have questions, and also Simon is very good. I mean, he's very experienced with Payoneer. He's been using this for years
Yes.
now. Kaya
Yes.
talagang kabisado niya yung paikot-ikot dito. So, ask the admins first before we ask Miguel. Okay? And it's gonna be like tier 2 na sila, Miguel. We're gonna ask them for questions na hindi namin masasagot in your behalf. Ayun
Thank
lang
you.
po.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys.
we'll streamline na lang the ano.
Yes.
Okay. So, I think this was answered. I'm using PayPal to buy something online. Can I also use Payoneer
Yes,
to
yeah,
buy?
that's already answered.
Yeah, so the answer is yes. If you have a card, you can definitely use it to buy something online.
Mhm.
All right. So this one. So another question. Will you allow us to have more accounts in the future? it would be it would be great to have different accounts for different purposes. Example: savings, spendings, and such.
So at the moment, we don't really have plans of allowing for more than one account per person. One of the reasons why Payoneer has been around for a long time is because we take the payments business very seriously. We are regulated in the U.S. and in Europe, and we always undergo regular scrutiny to make sure that we are handling payments that are within our terms of service, and we don't um, handle any suspicious, fraudulent, or let's just say bad payments. Okay? Because let's face it, in today's digital world, there's a lot of money moving around all over the place, being used for gambling or for funding of undesirable causes. And Payoneer is definitely not going to be doing any of that kind of transactions. So for the time being, to be secure and to make sure that we're able to meet our terms of service, it's only one account per person. But that being said, you can potentially have one account that is yours, and then if you have a company and you are the primary signatory for that company, that can be another account, right? So for the bigger businesses out there, you can actually sign up for Payoneer as a company rather than an individual. We will then also be able to accept details about your company. We'll ask for proof of your SEC registration and things like that, so that this can then be linked to your company bank account, right? So if your bank account is in the name of their company, XYZ Corporation, you can create a Payoneer account in XYZ Corporation, and then you transfer the funds from your Payoneer XYZ Corporation account to your bank account in the name of your company.
Okay. Aside from Taya, do we have more questions sa Q&A? We also have questions on the Facebook account
We
din
can,
natin.
we can share na lang. I can share my screen for Facebook if you want.
Okay, Docs.
Para makita natin yung
Uh,
mga questions.
Can
Yes
we,
Mm.
po.
before we move on to the next question, let me just add on dun sa mga sinagot ni Miguel. For individuals who are opting to have more than one account, well, actually, for safety and security reasons, mas maganda pa rin talaga yung isa lang yung account mo because if you're holding more than one, you know what, it imposes a greater risk uh, because at one point malas-malasan baka mamaya ma-hack yung one or two of those accounts. So mas maganda na isa lang yung account na hawak mo. At least you can monitor it, you can manage it easily instead of having more than one.
Yep. Personally, I want just one kasi makakalimutin ako.
I'm exactly like that, Thea. Ganun din ako. I don't like many. I just like one.
Alright. Tapos, before we go to Facebook questions, linking it to local banks, is there any specific banks na kailangang iwasan or any bank? Metro Bank, BDO, BPI, EON, Metro Bank.
So,
Those are okay.
yes, when you register, to make it as easy as possible for the freelancer, we now have a feature that allows you to just click a drop-down box, and in the top 20 banks here in the Philippines, you just select the name, right? And then the details will appear. You just enter your account number, and then you're all set. If your bank doesn't appear in that list of 20 in the drop-down, you can still choose other bank, and then we have a lookup feature where you look up the name of the bank, and then you can get the details to input there, right? So regardless of the bank, so long as you can find it in that lookup, we're okay, right? No real issues on any specific banks,
All
right?
right.
I will say, though, that I know that most freelancers that are just starting out maybe don't have a bank account yet. I understand and appreciate that, right? For that, certainly EON is a very good option for that, right? Because it's typically easier to get an EON account, and then once you have your EON account, you can use it to sign up for Payoneer.
Okay. Okay. um, sorry, super dami ng questions.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I unfortunately though I have just 10, 15 minutes, and then I have to prep for another meeting. So I hope that's okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
we'll
Sure,
wrap up
sure.
in 10 minutes.
So just a few more questions. If they
Sure.
use the paying method on Upwork to to link it to their bank account, how long does the fund go to their ATM? Like from Upwork, Payoneer, and then local bank.
Okay, so
Can
again,
I answer
another.
that?
Oh, great. Okay, excellent. Please,
Okay.
Simon.
Yes, because I made the actual withdrawal. So from the freelancer account to Payoneer, it will take you maximum 10 minutes to reflect. From Payoneer to your local bank account, though, you will receive an email saying within 3 to 5 business days. Well, actually, those two withdrawals I made, it only took about 24 hours for the fund to reflect. So it's really that fast.
Okay, so almost within a day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Okay.
we need to consider some factors. So, baka mamaya may US holiday or may Philippine holiday. So those factor counts kung during the time that you were withdrawing merong nag-exist na
Ayan na naman yung
holiday.
holiday na issue natin sa group. Anyway, let me just cut it no. Since Simon is here naman to answer the questions that we have, since Migs is gonna have his meeting after this, we just wanted to um, take the remaining minutes to say thank you so much, Payoneer. Thank you, Migs, for your time to
The
be with us
pleasure,
tonight, today, this afternoon.
the
Parang
pleasure is
iba-iba
all
yung
mine,
time zone.
TJ. The
Yes.
pleasure is really all mine. What I'm really looking forward to, as we discussed in our meetings, I'm really looking forward to meeting your community, right? And we can use our partnership as a way also to reach out to your community throughout the Philippines, right?
Yes.
With activities, with face-to-face gatherings, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Which I think will definitely build a deeper bond as well between the admins and with
Yes.
your community.
Yes.
So whatever I can do to help that, I'm here, and I really appreciated the opportunity to talk today. It's really great that we're able to have this opportunity to answer questions and to provide more detail on the Payoneer product.
Yes, thank you so much. We will have this is not the last, this is the first of many.
Excellent.
So, thank you, Mix. You can just leave the webinar or some parang off ka na lang dun sa Hangout if you really need to go
Okay.
para we can answer the questions here. Simon is here naman to answer. If we cannot answer, then we can go to you. Pag,
We
Absolutely.
can
ano.
escalate,
Alright,
yes.
yes, we can escalate. So, thank you so much on behalf of the entire community, Migs. Thank you so much. You have
Thank
a
you,
Thank
good
off
day.
you.
community. Happy
Thank you,
weekend.
Miguel.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, so
All
shall we
right.
continue?
May mga questions pa kasi dito that we might take another probably 15 to 30 minutes to answer. So, yun.
Okay.
Ikaw muna ang aming sasagot. Go ahead, Bea.
Wait lang po.
Yan. So, sige, while we're viewing, so as a community, no, we usually say na ang mahal ng Payoneer and all. Guys, diniscuss natin yan kanina sa webinar. If you were not here kanina while we discussed the fees, ano yung difference niya, bakit um, we thought that Payoneer is the one who had the most conversion, siya yung pinakamahal, he's expensive compared sa LFT and PayPal. That has been discussed a while ago. That's the number one na in-address natin. So we have this recorded. Please review. Yan ang homework namin sa inyo. Na review nyo yung webinar. So I just don't want to hear people again who will tell us na siya yung pinakamahal kasi we had conducted a study. Simon did his own personal experiment. So this, I personally attest to that kasi we have this word of mouth, 'di ba? Pag sinabi ni Althea na mahal kasi yan, kaya wag mo nang gamitin. Hindi ko nagagamitin kasi sinabi niya. But the thing is, we have this webinar and like Simon mentioned, it's been a month that we've been doing this, back and forth kilamig sa Payoneer management. And this is something that we will not offer you guys if we are not convinced ourselves to promote Payoneer to everyone. And we're using it. We're gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. And Simon has been using it for years. So there's no reason for you guys to fear. If you have any doubts or questions, Simon is our first, parang tier 1 natin siya na
Tier 1 na.
support.
Yes.
So, there you go. I myself, I haven't used Payoneer ever since. Pero yun nga, I'm convinced. Oo nga, ngayon ko lang din nakita, to be honest, I'm a testimony na parang, okay, PayPal kasi yung lagi kong ginagamit. And iba pala talaga, no? Iba yung difference niya talaga nung pinakita ni Migs kanina yung difference. Even though they're just cents, pero pag pinagsama-sama mo sila pag malaki, malaki din yung natitipid natin. So there. Please
Mhm.
backtrack dun sa webinar. We were gonna have it recorded anyway. So there you go. Lipat ko na sa inyo for the question and answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Thea, I saw one question earlier. Pwede mong itaas ng konti yung yung
Yes po.
page. Uh,
Hold on a
ano ba yan?
second. Saan pa?
Sige, taas pang konti. Ayan, yung kay Marusa Ramos.
Mhm.
Sinasabi niya rito, dumating na po yung card ko kanina. Nagdadalawang isip ako kung i-activate ko since $29.9 yung annual fee. Pwede bang gawing monthly yun or what? So, two things to answer this. The first one, yung $29.99 is for the card. That's, what do you call it? Parang maintenance fee structure yun ng Payoneer. Okay? But like Miguel explained, what I explained earlier, kung ang purpose mo lang naman is using Payoneer para ma-withdraw mo yung dollars mo to peso at a higher output, so hindi mo na kailangan yung card. Okay?
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, assuming you wanted the card, and of course, kailangan nating bayaran yung $29.99 annual fee. But
Mhm.
here's the thing. Here's the compromise that I have been bago pa kami pumayag sa Payoneer na i-close yung deal na to. Isa yan sa mga nilalaban ko sa kanila. So what I ask is, but bear in mind guys, this is a case-to-case basis lang. Pero sinasabi ko sa inyo upfront na Payoneer can actually waive that $29.99 annual fee. Okay? Bearing in mind na very active tayo. Well, I cannot discuss the actual figures. We just need to bear in mind na very active tayo na ginagamit yung Payoneer as our means of payment. So, again, this is a case-to-case basis. Pwede nilang i-waive yung 29.99 na annual fee na yun. And if you want to know if you would qualify for that, I'm the first person you can ask. I'll be asking particular questions na just for confidentiality, ako lang personally magtatanong. Then
Okay.
I can assess, then relay it to the Payoneer guys if you would qualify for it or not.
Okay. So, if you guys think na pwede, also bear like what Sir Simon said, bear in mind na case to case basis, and let's just be upfront that kung talagang kung talagang parang maganda yung output nyo ng pera, then maybe you can qualify for that. That's why it's case-to-case basis. It's not for everybody. So, kung alam nyo malaki yung pera na kinukuha nyo and you think that you deserve na ma-waive yun, just let us know. Let Sir Simon know, not me. And i-assess muna namin.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So, any other questions here that we can offer? I know, let me just, yung question is Zeal, Secretaria. Because I think because that's like way back 2010. So, it has changed. And if you're not using the Payoneer card, you won't have all of these charges. So, if you're using Payoneer to your local bank, no charge whatsoever. So,
Yes.
yun lang yung gusto namin i-point out. If you don't think that would work for you, that's okay. Pero I would highly suggest to check back on our webinar, review that, and you'll find na sinagot namin a few times.
Yes. And that particular statement ni Zil is basically you're using your card on an ATM. That's why you have those charges. Yes,
Mm.
it has changed dahil dati wala namang option ng Payoneer na i-link mo yung local bank account mo to your Payoneer account. Now you have that option, so you don't have to worry about that. How much was that fee? 200 and 100. So you wouldn't be having those charges anymore kasi hindi mo na kailangan gamitin basically yung card mo if you want to
Mm.
withdraw from an ATM.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Direkta mo na sa local bank account mo yung dollars, then it will be converted at a higher rate. So that's it. But just in case na you would still be needing the card to transact on the ATM, then of course you will have those fees. But bear in mind, hindi to fee ng Payoneer. That's the fee that the bank is charging you.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's not actually Payoneers. Anyway, so can we answer this, Ira? She hasn't activated her Payoneer card, so is she still eligible for the new offer? I don't think no,
No.
for no na. Okay.
Yes.
So yun.
She can
Uh,
sign up again. I mean, she can sign up for a new account using our affiliate link, but it has to be a different, what do you call this?
person.
A different, no, not a different person, a different email address, and of course that account that was created has to be deactivated as well.
Okay.
Kasi one account per person lang, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so na-answer natin yung question ni Zil. So Herlene has almost the same question. She signed up a few days ago. So that's the same question.
Bakit sana hinintay mo Herlene? You know that we have a deal. Joke lang.
Okay, so how would um, would like to know if their current plans or target countries they're adding in their list of virtual bank. I think that I know Miguel can
Yes.
answer this. So let's just ano din, park na lang natin yan.
Yeah. I think kung ano yung nagre-reflect sa website nila, yun pa lang for now. Pero like what Miguel mentioned earlier, they are planning to broaden their clientele. So, dadami pa yon.
Mhm.
Ay,
Alright.
just nine. Oh, naklik ko. Siri Kit has a question. Sorry, naklik ko yung. Can we share Off's link to our clients so that they can get the same perks.
Basta off client sila, charot.
Freelancer
um,
din ba sila?
Personally, yes, the link can be shared. They can use it, pero what do you think, Sir Simon?
Pero kasi as a client, they don't need to have a Payoneer account naman, di ba? For that.
Yeah.
It's mostly
Oh,
on the freelancer side.
No,
So,
just to
pero what if
clarify,
go?
yes, Taya, sige, ikaw muna.
Parang what if yung client niya is also getting payments from other people?
Okay. So, first things first, tong deal natin is for pioneers. Okay? Not for client. Because, una, kung client ka, ikaw ang nagbabayad sa freelancer. So, the outflow of money is galing sa client. So,
yes.
I don't see anything na magbe-benefit siya dito for pioneer. But, kung client mo siya pero freelancer din siya at the same time working on different project on different clients, then yes, as long as that person should be a member first of our community.
Right, right.
Okay. Okay, good. Um, I don't think there's any more questions. Let me check. Um, Kumusta naman?
May tumatawag.
Okay, I think that's the last of the questions.
Yes, yes. That's right. And guys, if you have heard kanina, no, iikot kami ni Thea. Sorry, sayang mo nasa UAE
Ang
ka.
daya niyo.
Iikot ang admin. Remember guys, meron kami mga pa-poll before like, nasaan ang bulta ng freelancers? Nasaan kayo? Because we wanna go there. We will go there along with Payoneer. And you have heard Migs a while ago, he's in full support of our community. We wanted to ang response lang natin as a community, let's go ahead and sign up. Just try it. Alam niyo yon. And then you can just screenshot, kagaya ng ginawa ni Simon, compare lang, mag-send kayo ng tig $100 for example, sa LFT and sa PayPal or sa Payoneer, then just compare the difference. And you can send us the screenshot as well para makita namin na, oh, someone did this and all that. And there you go. We just wanted to give this back to the community. Tapos, ang response lang natin as a community is just go ahead and sign up for this and imagine yung $100 na maglo-load ka ng $100, babalik sa'yo $75. Diba?
Diba?
Parang that's so cool na parang magkano lang yung binigay mo dun sa in totality, but that is 75 70, I keep saying percent, $75 babalik din sa'yo. So yun lang guys. So as we have mentioned, no, ikot kami, this is not just a webinar, we're gonna meet you guys face to face. Si Thea magbe-bake ng cake at dadali ng Baguio.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're
so
excited.
please, yes, we wanted to meet you guys and just go ahead and sign up. And you have questions, Simon is here. Si Simon talaga yung ginisa. Simon is here for us. Any parting words? Ako na ako. Thank you guys.
Me? Yes, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for supporting this webinar, and special thanks to some of my friends that I have invited to listen. So
May fans
hopefully
club.
maging
Na din nila.
hopefully maging freelancer kayo at some point if you like.
Okay. Alright.
And I hope you learned something also about what Payoneer can do to us, to the Filipino community, basically. And that's it. Thank you very much, guys.
Alright,
I
sige.
magpa-parting question, kasi I think dito na answer kanina. Funds back to Payoneer from the bank, is that possible, Sir Simon?
Come again, come again.
Um, can I get my funds back to Payoneer from my bank?
So
From like
ibabalik mo yung
bank to Payoneer, oo. Ilalagay niyo yung funds sa
uh,
Payoneer account.
Okay,
Or
hindi ko natanong yan kay Miguel, hindi ko pa na-encounter, but
Okay, we'll park that
I think
question. Mhm.
it's more
mark
safe to
natin.
ask them first.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so guys, kapag may questions pa kayo, feel free to let us know. We will have a thread para ma-streamline natin. And right after this webinar, if you're using the Google Hangout link dun sa event page, or if you're using the YouTube link, or if you're using andun din sa group, ikakalat namin yung affiliate link so you can start signing up. So
Mhm.
please sign up because first of all, pinagpaguran namin to get this for you. Talagang pinag-aralan namin if this will really add value to you guys. And
Mhm.
we have all agreed that it does. It is.
Yes.
So, and also, this is para lang talaga sa inyo. Talagang yung mga deal na yan, binanggit namin, exclusive for us. So, if there's anything stopping you, let us know. So, we'll try to see what we can do about
Yes,
it.
yes, that's right. I agree with Dea. Singit ko lang doon, we have fears as a freelancer, 'di ba? Parang we have been commenting na ay hindi ko nagagamitin 'yan kasi ganito pala 'yan. Please we encourage that. No, try to speak up and we will
Mm.
really address those questions. Kasi if you just keep it to yourself na I'm not gonna use it, tapos you pass it to someone else pa, so dalawa na kayong mali, baka mali yung perception natin. So we have Migs, the country manager himself, who's really ready to answer those questions. So please, I encourage everyone, speak up. Kung may mga naging problema kayo sa Payoneer nyo before,
Mm.
now is the time na alam nyo yun, magsalita kayo. Thea is here, Simon is here. We're all here as a community, so we'll help you on that.
Kapag may problema kayo, let us know. Again, what's stopping you? And also, sorry, reiterate ko lang, I said, iti-check namin, i-send ko sa YouTube and events. You, yung link would be available only on our Facebook group. So, obviously, if you're listening to this, you're part of the group. So, if
Mhm.
you have friends who would like to avail of the program, have them join the group
Yes.
to see the link. And that's all. Super thank you,
Thank you. Thank
everyone.
you, Thea. Let's clap our hands for Thea for the amazing slides once again. Si Kensho nakikiklap dito. So, thank you so much, Thea, for doing this also for us. Hindi pa natutulog yan, so we give the credits to her as well. Thank you so much for being awesome, Tetot.
Nakatulog ako 2 hours.
All right. Thank you. I'll go ahead and sign out now. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Simon. Thanks, off.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.